Hey, good afternoon, my dear beloved brothers and sisters. Hey, this is Matthew, Mr. Hope Richerzhagen with Phenomenal Marriage. I was trying to shoot on location this afternoon in my wheat field right outside behind my house, but it's too windy and the sound quality was just horrible. And sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Blessed are the flexible, for they will not break. So I wanted to talk today about how we're all farmers. Every single one of us is a farmer. And we're not all farmers like me, where you have a wheat field in your backyard. We're not all vegetable garden farmers. Some people are. What I want to talk about is how we're all basically farmers in our relationships. And what I mean is that we're all planting seeds and we're all harvesting those seeds. The law of the harvest says you always reap what you sow, and you always reap more than what you sow. What goes around comes around, and it picks up speed. Here's the thing I wanted to get across today. The crops, most crops that are planted are 90-day crops. In other words, you plant a crop and in 90 days you expect to harvest. Now my field behind my house is a little bit different because it's a winter wheat crop, and so you plant it in the fall and then you harvest it in the summer. So it's in the ground a lot longer than 90 days. But most crops are 90 days. And the point in that is you didn't get in your mess in your relationship overnight, and you're not going to get out overnight. And if you have friction and frustration and power struggles and bitterness and anger, it's not going to instantly go away no matter what you do. The Lord can do anything. I'm not trying to limit him. As far as transforming the relationship, it's going to take time. And it's not going to take years. But it takes time. And the biggest thing in relational transformation is making the switch from me to we. It's moving from my heels to my toes. It's the paradigm shift, not so much what my spouse is doing to me or not doing for me. It's understanding that I have a relationship, a responsibility in the relationship. I have a part to play. And when I own my part and I step up and I start to meet my spouse's needs, it gives them room to turn towards me. And it takes time. It takes about 90 days. And I got to thinking about this, like, how can I explain this to people? How can I help them to understand? Let's say, there's a husband and his wife's been really frustrated, and he finally gets the idea, look, I don't have to react to her. I'm free to love her as she is, unconditional love. Now that's going to drain, like if she's bitter and she's controlling, that's going to drain all that out of her over time with the Lord's help. You can't do anything. You can't make anyone do anything because they're a sovereign being. What I mean is they're 100% in charge of their thoughts and their feelings. Just like you're 100% in charge of your thoughts and your feelings. I'm 100% in charge of my thoughts and my feelings. However, when we meet our spouse's needs, the Lord's designed the world in such a way that they're drawn to us. Our spouses are drawn to us because we all have a need for community. We all have a need to be loved and liked. And when you meet that need, it's just going to draw your spouse like a magnet. The thing is, if you just start to change, like let's say there's a man and his wife's been angry, she's been frustrated, she's been bitter at him. It's not going to change overnight. And it's like planting a seed, and the next day you go and you dig it up. You dig it up and you say, oh, has it grown? You basically just killed the thing. You're not going to see a change overnight. It takes time. Figure on 90 days. Figure on 12 weeks. Figure on you making the change to meet your spouse's needs. You're going to show up to love and serve, not to just have it be all about you. And when you do that, it changes the relationship. It gives your spouse room to turn towards you. And, maybe there's so the first example was a man that had a wife that was bitter. Well, maybe you're a dear, sweet sister and your husband's been, controlling and he's been angry. Like, as you stand up for yourself and you show up to love and serve him, it's going to take time. You're going to respond to him instead of reacting to him. And he's going to be upset. And you have the opportunity to just say, wow, that sounds really frustrating. Would you like to share? Because that's him. It's not you. And when you give him room to do that, there might be some sparks. There might be some frustration that he flings back. And if you expected him to change instantly as soon as you understand that you have a part to play, it's like digging up that plant and you just planted it yesterday or 2 days ago or 3 days ago or a week ago, and you go and you dig it up and you look at it and you're like, what's the deal? It's hardly grown. Like, it takes time to harvest a crop. So the point today, right here in this message, is it's going to take time. When you switch from reacting to responding, when you move from your heels to your toes, just keep up doing that. Keep showing up as your best self and giving them room to turn towards you. And over time, you're going to see the result. Over time, you're going to harvest a beautiful crop. And I'm so excited for you that here's the thing. God promises in Galatians 6:7, whatsoever a man or woman sows, that shall he also reap. He that sows to his flesh shall of the flesh reap corruption. He that sows to his spirit shall of the spirit reap everlasting life. And that, my dear beloved brother, my dear beloved sister, is right there waiting, ready for you to harvest. If you faint not, you will reap. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. God bless.